Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, break free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the post, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal team. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm chuckling. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube page. And if you're watching us on our YouTube page, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube page, for real, come on. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it. That'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leaving a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on a screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. And like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Man, the chat is jumping. We are fired up about tomorrow, baby. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. checking in first. Junior, what's up, Bob? I said, let's go, Shawn. FGB, what? FGB. So I'm saying, baby, I'm saying. Levette Lee checking in. What's up, Ma? Says TGIF, y'all. FGB, what? FGB. That's what we're talking about. Cornelius Squalls in the house. It's like, what up, what up, what up, Shawn? And sports owners, it's get back time. Let's go. You forgot FGB, Cornelius. What is? Oh, he did in the next one. Okay. Said more Levette salute. Bear down on FGB. What? FGB. Mr. Southside himself, Michelle Walls in the house. What's up? I'm Mickey, Ficky, TGIF. I can't wait for tomorrow. Bear down, FGB. That's what we're talking about, baby. Everybody's into it. I am fired up. Listen, woo! I'm fired up. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know there's more of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Listen, we got a great show at the bottom of the hour. At 9:30, we have Evan, Tex Western. We had him on a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago. He writes for Acme Packing Company, a Green Bay platform. We're going to talk to him about this big game. How does he feel? The confidence. We came back, had a chance to tie, maybe take the lead with a 2-point conversion if the interception wasn't thrown in the end zone. They got really no defensive tackles. No Micah Parsons, the right offensive tackle. Oh, my goodness. The house is full. The Lotta house is full. Armandito, get out of here. Armandito, Jeremiah, what's up, guys? How you doing? Mondo, Monica, Pere, Junior. That's what we're talking about. Man. Whew. I love it. telling you, those are my peoples, man. That's Junior is one of my mans in them. That's one of my mans in them. Junior and Patty. Oh, man, that's awesome. Awesome. But Evan Tex Western at the bottom of the hour, going to get a Green Bay perspective, which is what we need. No right tackle. The defensive tackle's out. No Micah Parsons. Christian Watson and Josh Jacobs are questionable. Josh with the knee and the ankle. And even if he does play, how effective can he be? How strong can he be with that knee and ankle? Because, hey, if I'm the Bears and you're Josh Jacobs, you're running through that hole, I'm going at you shoulder pad to knee. Shoulder pad to thigh. If I happen to hit your knee, oh well. Oh well. Don't tell me you have a weak spot. Don't tell me you have an Achilles heel. Don't do it because we're going after it. Going after it to get you out of the game legally. No cheap shots, no dirty shots. No. But if I have an advantage, taking it. I'm using it. So we'll find out. So Evan, Tex Western at the bottom of the hour, 9:30. Whew. Listen. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. Don't forget, tomorrow. Mañana, domani. Tomorrow, the Sports Zone Chicago Bears viewing / holiday party at Local Cantina, 5130 West 95th Street, Oak Lawn, Illinois. You got a pre-half and post-game show with your boy. Kickoff is at 7. I highly suggest you get there early. I'm talking like 6 o'clock, baby. 6 o'clock. Telling you, it's going to be packed. The tables are sold out. They're all reserved. Only thing open, first come, first serve, is the bar and standing room only in between the tables, which there's not a lot of standing room only between the tables at all. So get there early. It's going to be lit. DJs after the game, after my post-game show, it is going to be on fire. Especially after a big Bears victory that we're expecting. It's going to be lit. All right, free raffle giveaways throughout the event. We have Sports Zone swag on sale. We'll have the FGB shirts, Coaching Matters shirts. We got shirts, so come and get them. Come and get them. Or, if you're unable to make it, all right, if you're unable to make it, I highly suggest this. If you're watching this on TV or on your computer, hit that QR code, same QR, well, it's a different QR code, but they both go to the same place. Both take you to sportzonechicago.com, order your Sports Zone Chicago swag, get your Bears Victory Monday Matter shirts, get your FGB shirts, get your FGB hats, get your hoodies. All right. Cub fans. See, I got Coaching Matters in all of our team's colors. You got get your Sports Zone Chicago shirt, the script shirts, or the hoodie in the lower left-hand corner with the logo, Sports Zone Chicago. We have hoodies. We have T-shirts with that on there as well. And for all my cigar smokers, the Cigar Savant. See in the upper left-hand corner, you have the Sports Zone Chicago hats, FGB hats over to the right by the shirt. All right, all you cigar smokers, men and ladies, we have Cigar Savant shirt, Cigar Fanatic shirts for you as well. So if you can't make it tomorrow, make sure you get your Sports Zone Chicago swag just in time for Christmas. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Junior FGB. That's it, baby. I'm telling you, that's got to be it. Because it's crazy. I'm telling you, get your FGB shirts now because we might actually play Green Bay one more time this season in the playoffs. There's a possibility that we face them just the way that the seeding goes and the craziness of this season. So, yeah, I would suggest you get them. Get them now. So we'll be playing them. There's a good chance we'll be playing them in January. All right, in the playoffs. So get them. Get them. Oh, man. See, here's a quick look at the Bears Victory Monday shirts. And here's the FGB shirts. So it is going to be fun. Fun. Watching this game tomorrow night. Woo, Charlie. I already talked to some of my people who I know are going. They're like, I was telling them, I said, you know what, I'm probably just going to leave my truck there. I'm obviously going to drive there because I got to get all the stuff there. I said, but I'll probably leave my truck there and just call an Uber home. And they're like, oh, we're Ubering there and home. We ain't even messing around. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the city is going to be Ubering and lifting tomorrow. All right, to and from their location for this Bears game. This is the biggest Bears game in a long time. So much riding on it. Not just supremacy for the NFC North, but also possibilities for the number one overall seed in the NFC again that we had but lost. All right, Seattle has that right now. The Bears need to win out. Green Bay, San Francisco, Detroit. If they went out, okay, they would be the number 2 seed. But, however, Seattle, which has the number 1 seed now because of the win last night. If you saw that game last night, that game was crazy. What a phenomenal game that was. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle went for 2 in overtime after the Rams had scored a touchdown. Each team gets a shot. They scored a touchdown on their first drive. Seattle on their drive scores a touchdown, and they go right for 2. They go for 2. Great play call, great tight end delay, touchdown. Seattle wins. They take over the NFC West, and they have the number 1 seed in the NFC right now. So, what we need here's how it's got to go. Seattle's last game is against San Francisco. All right, San Francisco needs to beat Seattle, and the Bears went out. So if the Bears went out, they will beat San Francisco. They'll beat the Green Bay Packers tomorrow. They'll beat San Francisco next week, and they'll beat the Lions. Okay, if San Francisco beats Seattle week 18, then our conference record will be better than Seattle. So we would have the number 1 overall seed. So we need a little help, but the number 2 seed is ours. The number 2 seed is ours. We just have to make the most of it. We got to win out. And I'll tell you what, it is so fun to have meaningful football in December. Meaningful football in December is something we haven't had in a long time. So we need to make sure that we enjoy it. We need to make sure that we rally behind our boys. We need to make sure we get loud and rowdy at Soldier Field. They need to hear us from the entire Chicagoland area. They need to hear us. They need to hear us. We're the only game on the marquee at 7 o'clock. We are the island game. All by ourselves, 7:20. Bears, Packers, Soldier Field. It is going to be lit. All I can say. My man, King Booker World, checking in. What's up, Bob? I said salute everyone and Shawn. Cornelius Squalls, he's fired up. Said we're definitely winning out. Let's go. I think we have a great shot to win out. I do. I think we have a great shot to win out. And if we went out, holy cow. How crazy would that be? How crazy would that be if the Bears went out? Because right now the Bears are 10-4. If the Bears go 13-4, and the crazy part, there's a legitimate chance they can. There's a legitimate chance that they can. Okay? Legitimate. With this run game, with this opportunistic defense, there's a legitimate chance they can win out and go 13-4. Are you freaking kidding me? Akadem, 3074. Just bear down, Superback. What's up, Papa? How are you? Who would I don't remember that name on because they switched to your email. So, Akadem 3074. Have you tuned in before? And if so, who are you? So if I know you, I don't want to be acting like I don't know you when I know you. King Booker said the best thing that happened this year was the Detroit loss. Two things: the Detroit loss and the early bye. The Detroit loss and the early bye were huge for. Those were the two best things that happened to us this year. Because that ass whooping that they gave us, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That ass whooping that Detroit gave us, it really redirected. There you go. It redirected this team, refocused this team. All right, it refocused this team, and it was tough. Ben looked a lot uncomfortable, not a little, a lot uncomfortable at the podium after that loss. And they went back to the run game, and things worked out from there. My man, Rick Gonzalez checking in. What's up, Rick? Buenos dias, amigo. Let's worry about tomorrow not winning 3 in a row. Now back to my shtick. FGB and smoke weed every day. Oh, believe me, I'm not worried about winning 3 in a row. I'm just saying we can do it. We got a big one tomorrow, and everything, all eyes, all attention should be focused on those cousin-kissing, inbred hillbilly, cow-eating mother hubbers up north. We as fans can talk about it, but the players need to focus, and the organization needs to focus to make sure that's the only thing on our mind is the Green Bay Packers. And that's an easy thing to do. It's the Packers. Cornelius says, Kyle Long is predicting that the Bears will win the Super Bowl. Who would have even thought that at the start of the season? Well, I don't know. I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying they got as good a chance as anybody. Especially when they win tomorrow, they have as good a chance as anybody. Our run game travels. We take the ball away. And here's the crazy part. Caleb hasn't even gotten off yet. Caleb isn't even passing at an efficient rate yet. Wait till that happens, which is why I'm telling you, I have a strong feeling that tomorrow's the day that Caleb puts it together, finally. And he's going to be down some. He's going to be down some receivers. No Rome Odunze, no Luther Burden III. You got to go to DJ Moore. You got to go to Colston Loveland. You got to go to Cole Kmet. You got to go to Oladime Zacchaeus. You're going to have to go to Devin Duvernay. Guys are going to have to step up. But make sure you find DJ. You go to DJ more often than not. Just make sure you do that. Probably in your best interest to do that, Caleb, because if you do that, good things will happen. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, I got to get the warden off the CrossFit. On the other side of the break, we're going to welcome Evan, Tex Western. We had him on a couple weeks ago. He predicted a Pack win, and he was right. See the feelings. Let's check out his sentiments for tomorrow. A lot has changed. So we're going to hear from Evan, Tex Western on the other side of the break. So keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an
Do
emergency
you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
And it'll help his completion percentage, which is one of the things they're trying to pick up.
Now Williams, clean pocket over the middle with all day to throw. He finds Luther Burden breaking tackles. Burden down inside the 10. First and goal, Chicago. Third and goal, Burden in motion. Play action. Williams, end zone. DJ Moore, touchdown.
He's got him beat right from the start. You've got outside leverage in the coverage, and DJ Moore is running.
DJ Edwards there on that stop as well. It's 2nd down and 8. And down goes Sanders. DeMarco Jackson with the sack.
But it's been outstanding. They've been pressed into service, and they've responded.
Sanders on 1st down, deflected, and it's intercepted. DeMarco Jackson's got it.
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. Those are the boys Sunday. Big win at home against an undermanned Cleveland team. Okay, but again, what are you going to do? You know, there's a lot of people talking shit saying, hey, well, the Bears only Cleveland. First of all, they got a great defense. Let's keep that in mind. That guy Miles something or other is pretty good. He had a sack and a half. Okay. But you can only play who's on the schedule. Other teams that you think you deem are good because you want the Bears to be, you want to be able to not talk shit. They're on our schedule. We're supposed to beat them, and we beat them. That's simple. Supposed to beat them, and we beat them. Now on to the next. The next is a rivalry that's gone back, the oldest rivalry in football. We're fired up about it. My first guest today, man, you saw him. He was here just a couple weeks ago talking about it. You can find him on Blue Sky. He's more on Blue Sky than X at Tex Western. Guys, just welcome back to ShawnSierraSports. Evan Tex Western. Evan, what's up, Papa? Good morning.
Hey, man. Good morning. Getting pumped up for Saturday night, man. It's gonna be a fun one, man.
It really is. There really hasn't been a Bears-Packers matchup this late in the season with so much on it in a long time. Probably not since the playoff game.
Yep.
Was that with Cutler? Were you guys? Was it Randall Cobb who beat us? That Mother Hubbard got behind. I have no idea. Yeah, that guy right there.
I did that for you. I did that for you guys.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
You bet.
There was always a time that whether it was Jordy Nelson or Randall Cobb, every single God-blessed game, there was a wide receiver running open downfield. Every single game. It was for like 5 years straight. That's 10 times in 5 years. Every single game there was somebody running deep, and Aaron Rodgers somehow never freaking missed them. It was crazy. So hopefully we can stop that. But let's go into this game. All right, a lot has changed since 2 weeks ago when we played you guys. Your right tackle was out, our defensive tackle's out, and they got Michael, whatever his name is you traded for, he's out. How's the confidence level up there north of the Cheddar Curtain with all those guys out?
So right after that game on Sunday in Denver, I kind of completely recalibrated everything, right? Micah Parsons was basically this team's entire pass rush and was so integral to what this team does on defense. We didn't know what the heck was going on with the Christian Watson injury. Looks like there's at least a chance that he's going to play tomorrow night. So that's good for us. But yeah, Zach Tom out, Evan Williams may be out. Josh Jacobs might not even play. Like, frankly, this team still has everything in front of them, but I think there's a sense that we need to get rid of any expectation for what this team should do this season and just try to enjoy the ride, these last 3 weeks of the regular season and then hopefully into the playoffs, because you get a day like that where so many key players go down, your best player and maybe the most important non-quarterback in the NFL goes down with a torn ACL. At that point, I think you take all bets off and you just have to take the emotion out of it and just sort of enjoy, what's going to happen without the weight of any expectations. Because now, you're coming in with this Packers team that I don't think anybody expects them to really make a playoff run anymore without Micah Parsons. And I think that can be a big motivating factor for a team is, you've got that. You've got that angle that you can play up in the locker room about this is why we're the underdog now. This is why we're going to be overlooked going into the playoffs because we lost one guy, but we're a lot more than that one player, even though he is a massive piece of that defense. So it's the week started with a lot of sadness, a lot of frustration. As this week goes on, I think it's like, all right, everything's still out there in front of this team and let's go out and play the game and see if we can, see if the Packers can beat the Bears and, see if they can win the division down the stretch here.
Yeah, because this is going to hold not just the NFC North, but the actual NFC. Number one seed in the NFC as well. We saw yesterday a phenomenal. I don't know if you got a chance to catch it. That phenomenal Thursday night game. Yep. Oh, my goodness gracious. That was awesome. That is meaningful football. And that's why I hope our game tomorrow kind of follows along that trend, just that type of competitiveness and going for two. Like we scored the touchdown against you guys on their drive, they were going for two.
I believe so. Yeah.
He said it in the presser this week. He said, he was going for two. So, And that's awesome. So that's what I'm hoping that we have. But the number 1 overall seed is on the line, could be on the line. Talk to me about how you would attempt to bring pressure now without Micah, because that mother Hubbard, man, holy cow, he get chipped, he get doubled, he'd break the double team, the quarterback would go the opposite way, and he's still in the screen, forcing a quick throw or maybe a throw a little soon. How do you guys anticipate that? Because and also your defensive tackle. Remember, he's hurt, if I'm not mistaken. One of your D tackles is hurt. You know, you traded Kenny Clark for Micah Parsons. So the defense is obviously not at full strength and they're wounded. How do you anticipate that? Because you can't give Caleb Williams a lot of time back there to throw, because he, like any other quarterback, if you give him 4, 5, 6 seconds, they can pick you apart.
Yeah, that's the big question, right? It's this team has relied so heavily on Parsons for their pass rush as a whole. I mean, he's got more than a third of the team's total sacks this season, and a lot of those other sacks were generated by pressures that Parsons created and other guys were cleaning up. So, some guys are going to have to step up. I mean, the good news is the Packers got Lucas Van Ness back last week. That's at least a body, and he's flashed a little bit here and there as a power rusher. It looks like they're going to get. Looks like they're going to get Brenton Cox back. He's a young pass rusher who was on IR for most of this season. He had some flashes late last season, but you're going to have to recreate this in the aggregate and find a way to get something out of Rashawn Gary, because he's been really a no-show the whole second half of this season. So that's the big question. I think, to me, you've got to make sure you don't lose contain on Caleb to the right side of the offense, because he is so much better when he's moving to his right, from what I've seen in moving out of the pocket on that side, than he is moving to his left. So you've got to have some spies in place. I mean, Quay Walker, Adrian Cooper, they're both back in there for linebacker, but you also need them in coverage against those tight ends. But you're going to have to find some way to make sure you contain Caleb in the pocket, especially on that right-hand side. And it's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be done by committee.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I know you guys are too. Like, we're fired up over here below south of the Cheddar Curtain. Like, you guys are fired up north of it. And holding Caleb is going to be another thing. One of the other things, though, that you're going to have to contend with is our run game. All right, our run game is one of the best. We're ranked number 2 in the NFL with the run game. We actually had you guys gassed toward the end of the season. End of the game last week, which I was screaming I was at the bar. I'm screaming at the screen, like, run the God blessed ball, run it. And I know those first quarter runs don't affect a lot. Second quarter runs don't really affect a lot. Those third quarter runs affect a little more, and those fourth quarter runs affect a lot more. And without the first half running, we were still able to gas you. And I was thinking, man, what can we do? I know what we need to do: run a God blessed ball. How do you anticipate dealing with that, knowing that you guys were gassed early the week? The first time we played, and we started running, it would have been a little more could have been more advantageous to us to have a weakened or tired defensive front seven.
Yeah, I mean, the second half of that first game was just a time of possession clinic, right? Packers had a couple of 3-and-outs. They had a quick but long touchdown drive in there. So I think at one point, I mean, the Bears had run like 34 plays in a span of 3 drives, and the Packers had like 10. So you quickly wear down a defense that way. And I mean, that it was like a 17-play drive or something like that, in the third and fourth quarters that just gassed those guys. So, I mean, they certainly have to do a better job offensively of keeping the defense off the field. The Packers play at such a slow pace generally that possessions are always at a premium. And, especially when you've got a defense that gives up these long drives, sometimes, that really makes, puts that much more pressure on finding a way to somehow get a stop. And the Packers didn't give up the big run in that game either. I don't think the Bears even had a run of 10 yards or more the entire game, but every single one was 5, 6, 7 yards, and they were getting into that second level. So, it's going to be a lot of pressure again on the interior of that defense. They've added a couple defensive tackles the last couple of weeks to add a little bit of bulk. But yeah, it's going to be a matter of making sure that the offense for Green Bay is controlling the football and not, not giving up those quick 3 and outs to keep that Packers defense on the field too much.
We're joined by Evan, Tex Western, AcmePackingCo.com. We're talking Bears Packers right here on Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. What about when you guys have the ball? All right, Jordan Love, ever since he came in the league, I've always said he likes to throw the ball to the opposing team. This year, his numbers were down. Although we were able to get him twice, I believe, the first week. Christian Watson is scheduled to come back. He had a chest injury. Josh Jacobs, that's the dude that really, really has me concerned. He had knee and ankle issues, and he was, questionable, or he is questionable for the game. Even if he does play, how effective will he be? Because if that Joker's effective, son of a gun, man, you guys can really control the clock and still go up top of Christian Watson. Talk to me about how you want to attack us if Josh Jacobs is not able to play, or not able to play well, he's not going to be at full strength, but he's not going to be as effective as he was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think the issue with Jacobs is it's all a pain tolerance issue. He still looks explosive. He still looks like he's got that burst. I mean, heck, he broke off a 40-yard touchdown run against the Broncos defense, which I think was his longest carry as a Packer.
Dude, that was crazy. The little jump cut to the left.
His vision is so good, and that's the biggest difference between when he's in there and when they have to go to the backup running back in Emmanuel Wilson. Wilson just does not read his blocks that well, and he needs big holes to be able to run through. He's got some burst, but he's not going to find that backside crease and be able to make that little jump cut to find the hole if it's not right in front of him. So that's the big issue with the run game. I think if they do have to play this game without Jacobs, or if he goes down, I think they're going to have to do a lot of short passing to kind of make up for that absence in the run game. So I think you'll see a little more stuff with like Jaden Reed on some screens and jet sweeps, things like that. They're going to have to get a little more creative if they don't have Jacobs for some of that short stuff to free things up for the long ball over the top, because we know how much Jordan Love likes to be a big game hunter. He's a deep ball guy. He hit a couple of big ones against the Bears in the first game. And I mean, that's going to be the key, I think, in this one is the Packers have to have some explosive plays in the passing game to make sure that they're going to be able to move the ball and find the end zone, because without that and depending on Jacobs' availability, it's going to be a big challenge. Now, we saw a little more Matthew Golden last week when Watson went out in the second half. I think there's a deep threat there that just hasn't quite been unlocked. But I think he's a guy I would watch for, and certainly Jaden Reed's return the last couple of weeks has been huge for the variety of things and passing concepts that this team can run. So those are the two guys I would watch for. Even if Watson does play, I bet he'll be a little limited on snaps. So you're going to see more Golden than Reed, and I think how those two guys play could end up being a big deciding factor in this game.
Well, with your right tackle out, that's going to be a big question mark, because that's where our guy Montez Sweat, the $98 million man, usually lines up, and he's going to be going up against the backup. Who's your backup right tackle, and how confident do you feel in him going up against Montez Sweat, who's had a much better year? I'm not going to put him in an elite pass rusher category, because he hasn't been. Not since the first year we got him a couple years ago, and he was probably a tier below elite. He hasn't, but he's somewhere in between, not very good and elite, somewhere in the middle. And he's been playing a lot of good ball the last couple of weeks. How do you anticipate dealing with that with the backup right tackle?
Yeah, I'm expecting that. I'm expecting Tom's not going to play. He hasn't practiced basically all week, so I think you're looking at it's a big question mark whether they're going to start Darian Kennard, who's a veteran who came over from Philly in training camp, or if they start Jordan Morgan, the second-year tackle, who has kind of bounced around all over the offensive line. When Tom is in there, they love to use Kennard on a lot of the 6 offensive lineman stuff, the kind of stuff that the Lions have done now for years, right? They've had to go to that a little bit with Tucker Kraft being out, because they don't have another really good blocking tight end anymore. That's why I'm leaning towards them probably starting Morgan at right tackle. And they said both of the guys were splitting reps there this week in practice. So it'll probably be a bit of a game planning or game time decision that we find out who starts. But I wouldn't be surprised if Morgan plays. And he's always been a much better tackle than he has looked as a guard. He's got the quick feet. He's much more athletic rather than being kind of a road grader that you would rather have on the inside. So I think that's a better position for him. But it's certainly going to be a tough matchup, and it's something that's it's going to have to be Jordan Love reading and feeling the pressure. He's going to have the clock going quickly in his head in this one. But the Packers did a really good job protecting him 2 weeks ago. But yeah, that's the matchup that I think we need to watch for. But because when Tom went down last week against Denver, that offensive line protection really kind of broke down and gave up several sacks in the second half that were that were kind of drive killers. So you can't have that happen again. Again, I assume Tom's not going to play. So yeah, either way, Morgan and Kennard, it's going to be a tough matchup, and I mean that could be a big factor in this one as well.
And I hope it is, right? Because I've been very critical of Montez Sweat all year, last year, this year. Like, dude, he just gave you $98 million, and I don't hear your name called. Then he got a sack against you guys the first time. It was in the first quarter, first drive, if I'm not mistaken. And to use a baseball analogy that I've used on here many a time, our old Uncle Hawk Harrelson, White Sox broadcast, would talk about home runs. Like, don't tell me how many you hit. Tell me when you hit them. All right, what's a sack in the first quarter going to do? I mean, except pad your stats. Micah Parsons, the majority of his sacks were in the second half when shit counted, when the game is on the line. And this is where I need Montez Sweat to step up, especially if now that you're going to have a backup tackle that you're going against. He needs to win a lot of those one-on-ones, and he needs to force you guys to chip. He needs to force you guys to have a tight end over there. He needs to make you guys extremely uncomfortable. All that money you're getting paid, he's got to do that, and he hasn't done it consistently. He's done it better than last year, but he hasn't done it consistently, and I'm hoping he can step his game up, because if he does, if he can move Jordan Love off his spot, all right, and make him throw a second too soon or second too late or just move and miss the throw completely, it's going to be very beneficial to us. And if he can't, if Jordan Love gets to sit back there and pick us apart, man, and Christian Watson's playing, that's not going to be a good thing for us.
Yeah, I think the Packers need to figure out who that closer is too, right? We talked about the Packers pass rush earlier, but that's maybe the biggest piece of this is Parsons has been the closer. He's done made so many big plays that have either locked up games or killed drives in the fourth quarter. So who that guy is for the Packers, if they can find somebody to deliver that knockout blow, that'd be huge, because the guy who's been doing it isn't there.
Last question: the coaching is evenly yoked. All right, this is the first time we've gone into games, where we are the coaching battle is not overwhelmingly in favor of our opponent. There's a little beef there, whether you saw after the game. There was kind of like a quick bro hug, and part of with Ben Johnson's comments early in the preseason or before the season started. How do you feel about this matchup, especially after we lost and we made some adjustments in the second half? And going into this game, I think we're going to have a little better game plan in the first half to start off faster, right, and get you guys a little tired. How do you see the coaching matchup going this week or tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think LaFleur has had some of his best performances in the last maybe month and a half or so this season. Those 3 games in a row against the divisional opponents that the Packers won. I mean, that was LaFleur kind of coaching, I think, at his best as a play caller, as a play designer. The long touchdown, right, the slant from to Watson. I mean, that was a route adjustment that they coach in practice. They saw that in on film, and they kind of had that as a hot route that they could build in. So I mean, that's a coaching aspect and a chemistry thing that these guys have put together. So I like where this team is at offensively. I like that LaFleur has been willing to be more aggressive, especially the last month and a half or so, but really this season as a whole. He really got away from being aggressive, especially like on fourth down calls the last couple of years, but he's dialed that back up. So I think this is definitely one where so much is on the line for both teams. You mentioned the likelihood of going for 2, if the Bears had scored 2 weeks ago at the end of that game. I think this is very much LaFleur has always used the all gas, no brake analogy. And I think this is the week when he really needs to put that to the test and put that into practice, because there's going to be no no margin for error, and you've got to stay aggressive, and you can't just kind of sit back and even if they do get out to a lead or something, they've got to keep that pedal down and continue to be aggressive with the passing game, because you know that the Bears are going to give you a counterpunch just like they did 2 weeks ago. It's fun. This is what we as football fans get excited about is these big games. And look, regardless of how Saturday's game goes, I won't be surprised if there's a third Packers-Bears.
I was just saying that before you came on. Just saying that. I was telling people, get your FGB shirts. I'm like, because we might need it. There might be one more game. Just the way it looks, it's lining up. There might be one more game in the playoffs this season late in January. So dude, that's funny. I was just saying that. I was like, go get your Sports Zone swag. I said, get it, because you can wear it at that point. Hey, as always, man, I appreciate it. Do me a favor before you go. Let everybody know where they can find you and your work online.
Yeah, appreciate it. So you can hit us up at acmepackingcompany.com or Acme Packing Co. on all the socials. You can hear me break down the game if you're interested afterwards on Frozen Tundra Frequencies. That's our podcast platform. And then, active over on Blue Sky at Tex Western as well. So we'll see how things go, but looking forward to a fun one tomorrow night.
Cool. Give me, as you go, like I asked you last time, give me a prediction. What are you thinking? What are you thinking for tomorrow? It's going to be close ones.
It's going to come down to the wire, man. I said when I came on 2 weeks ago that I felt like it was probably going to end up being a split between these two, and I'm gonna stick to it. I don't like picking against the Packers, but without the closer and Micah Parsons, we talked about Zach Tom potentially being out. I mean, so many big key injuries. I think it might be one of those, again, comes down to that last possession, who makes a play at the end. But I just got a feeling that the Packers might not have the horses on defense right now in this matchup to hold up. So I'll go, Bears by a field goal late, even though I'm not happy about it.
I know that had to hurt you.
A little bit. We'll see. But like I said, I won't be surprised if this goes either way at this point. So
I hear you. Great stuff, man. I appreciate it. Evan prediction: Bears by field goal. Woo! It's gonna be awesome, man. I'm telling you. And the best part for me, it's the island game, baby. 7:20. The other game's done. Nobody else, and it's a Saturday night. Not even Sunday. It's Saturday night. Man, these bars are gonna be rocking. I'm hosting a viewing party. That place is already, all the tables are already sold out. Only thing available is the bar. First come, first serve. It is going to be lit. Evan, great stuff, my man. I appreciate you. All right, we'll talk soon. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, man. Go Pack, go.
Bear down, baby. Guys, that's Evan Tex Western from Acme Packing Company talking Packers, Bears. It is going to be awesome. I'm telling you, he predicted the Bears by a field goal because they lost a lot, man. It's tough to replace a Micah Parsons, a pass rush, an elite pass rusher like that. It's extremely difficult. And my question is, how mentally damaged are the Packers? Because you just lost your superstar. And I know there's, everyone's like, oh, next man up. Yeah. But listen, your dude, not just a dude on your team, not just a dude in the NFC North. He's not just a dude in the NFC, in the National Football Conference. He's a dude throughout the NFL that people have talked about. That's a big fish in a big pond. And he's gone. How are you mentally? That's a question. That's the question. How are you mentally when you're not able to get to Caleb Williams? How are you mentally when you start blitzing? You give Caleb 5-6 seconds in the pocket. When you can't move him off his spot, when you can't get him to roll right or roll left and get out and throw on the run, how mentally focused and how mentally strong are you when he's able to do that and he's able to pick you apart? We're going to find out. We will find out. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to dive right into it, baby. All Bears talk the rest of the show. All right? So keep it locked right here. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
From the 22 on first down. Williams on the roll, directing traffic to the end zone. He throws and it's DJ Moore, his second of the day. Chicago cashes in immediately from 22.
I would love to be in the film room on Monday when Ben Johnson and Caleb.
3rd and 9, big play. Sanders with time to the sideline. Tough throw for Judy, and Judy has it intercepted. It's picked off by Jalen Johnson. And on Swift. Got a block, cuts it back. Swift struggling inside the 5. The high kick into the end zone for the touchdown. 17 tough yards.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. Sorry, I was eating real quick and it snuck up on me. Those were the boys on Sunday on the lakefront. You know, had a little cookie. Wash it down with a nice glass of chocolate milk, and we'll be good. You know, one of the things, there's a couple of things that I want to see, that I need to see. Okay? I need to see for this game to go right tomorrow. Here's what they are. First and foremost, run the ball. First and foremost, you got to run the ball. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to run the ball. You saw week one. I shouldn't say week one. You saw the first game, how gassed they were in the second half, and you hadn't run the ball consistently in the first half. Imagine if you had run the ball consistently in the first half, how much more exhausted this team, the Green Bay Packers, would have been. How much easier it would have been for us to have our way with them because of the fact that they were gassed. Okay, we just got done with Evan Tex Western, who writes for AcmePackingCompany.com, or at a Green Bay Packers site, and he kept it a buck. Yeah, King Book World, he kept it a buck. He said at least he was honest. He kept it a buck, and I appreciate that. You know, I really do. Just because, you know, we hate. I was wondering if he was going to say anything about the shirt. I was wondering. Well, you know, he saw the shirt. I brought it to his attention, of course, but and I appreciate that, you know, because if it's tough, and Green Bay Packer fans, I'm telling you, did you feel when he talked about the closer? No more Micah Parsons. That's something that they had gotten used to all year. They gotten used to a guy. It's third down. It's the fourth quarter. The opposing team is down 4 or 5, and they need a touchdown to take the lead. A field goal won't do it. That's when Micah Parsons showed up best, most often, in those times. And you get used to it. What they have him for? 12 games? 13 games? 14 games? I don't even know. What's the record now? 13-4? 10-4? 10-4, isn't it? 14, 15, 16, 17. 10-4. So they had that for 13 games. 12 and a half games, I should say. You get used to that. You get used to saying, "Oh, don't worry, our defense is going to make a big play," and then make a big play. You don't have that now. And us running the ball early, big time damage can be done early. This offensive line is getting in is in a great flow. Their run fits are amazing. They're getting up to the second level. They're double teaming to the second level. They're trapping. All right, we saw Jonah Jackson knock the 3 technique on his ass on a trap block. Kyle Monangai was right behind it. Doesn't get touched till 4 yards downfield. Dude, how crazy is that? You don't get touched for 4 to 5 yards downfield. The first person to touch him was being blocked, so he didn't even have a chance. It was a safety who had to come up to make the play. Run the ball, Ben. Run the ball. You know, what did Caleb Williams, according I was listening to Clay Harbor, who loves to throw stats out. He researches them and puts out stats. Says Clay said that Caleb Williams, when under center and play action, is sixth in quarterback rating. So when you get him under center and you go play action, his quarterback rating is the 6th best in the NFL. Sixth best. So how do you get that to be a weapon? You got to run the ball first. You got to run the ball first. And DeAndre Swift was limited, probably a game time decision. And that's okay. We got Kyle Monangai. Kyle Monangai looked so comfortable back there. He looked so comfortable back there. It was the Cincinnati game, 176 yards. He looked comfortable back there. And I'm telling you, I'm not a big fan of these two back systems like the NFL loves to do. Give me one back in there, let them get lathered up, get into the game, and you're a fool. You're a fool, Game Book World, when you said another guy named Cooper just had to use the bathroom. Either that or he started shaking. PTSD. No. He grabbed his mouthpiece. But that's what you get. That's what you get. You get a guy who's a punisher, a guy who's quick, very quick. Has no problem lowering his shoulder or his helmet, and can get to that second and third level quickly. Doesn't have great top end speed. He's not taking it the distance from 60 or 80. He might take it from 40. Maybe 30 to 40 yards in, he'll take it because he's that quick. He gets there so quick, and it's not the fact that he's fast. That he's gotten up and gained so much real estate before you're starting to attack or trail him, go to tackle him. He's already on the move. So it's not that he's so fast, it's that he's so quick when he hits those holes. Jump cuts, explodes through. So I'm okay if DeAndre Swift doesn't play. I would love him to play, but I'm okay if he doesn't. I'm okay if he doesn't. Because Kyle Monunga is a guy who only gets stronger the more you give him the ball. And let me tell you something. That is a trait that many, many teams wish they had. We got a guy. He's a rookie. 7th round pick. Run the God-blessed ball. There's going to be so much available to us if we run the ball. Number 2, we got to create pressure with 4. We have to. We have to create pressure with 4. All right, Jordan Love and man, you heard Evan talk about the touchdown pass to Christian Watson the last game. So they have a check, work on it in practice. They saw they had Christian Watson against C.D. Gardner-Johnson. And as great as C.D. Gardner-Johnson has been, and he's been great since he's been here, his speed does not match up with Christian Watson's. So they said, okay, Christian, you just got to beat him off the line. Beat him off the line, get him in trail position, and let your speed take over. And he let his speed take over. All right, because we're coming with pressure. All right, we can't afford to have pressure, blitzing guys and putting people like C.D. Gardner-Johnson in tough spots. Because Kyler Gordon's out. He's on IR. That's going to hurt us. Jalen Johnson's been ball games. He's been getting more and more comfortable, getting his game legs back. Last week, he lucked out. He got burned, then lucked out and made up with it with an interception that Jerry Jeudy should have had because he let it hit his chest and bounce off. Jalen Johnson picked it off after the ricochet off his chest. So he's getting more and more comfortable. He's still not the same Jalen Johnson that we knew that was been all pro the last 2 years, or Pro Bowler the last 2 years, but he's getting there. He's getting there. We got to create pressure with 4. We have to. Montez Sweat, You heard me talk about it with Evan. Montez Sweat, I need a game out of you, kid. I need a game. I need a sack and a half to 2.5. 1.5 to 2.5 sacks is what I need from you tomorrow. That's what I need. If ands or buts pop out, that's what I need. I don't care about everybody else. Everybody else being another 2 sacks, maybe 3. But I need 1.5 to 2.5 sacks from Montez Sweat tomorrow. Going up against a backup right tackle. And you should have a field day. That's crazy talk. We already without Burden and Rome. You think we know Swift makes it easier on us? You smoking my shit, fool? FGB. I didn't say it makes it easier on us. I just said I'm okay if we don't have him because of what Kyle Monangai can do. So you got Kyle Monangai, you have Colson Loveland, you have Cole Kmet, you have DJ Moore, then you also have Olamide Zaccheaus, who's made some big catches for us this year, and Devin Duvernay, big catches for us this year. Yeah, I would love Swift to play, but again, as I said, when you have a bell cow, where's a running back who gets the ball 20 plus times a game, there's a different feel you get than when you sub. I get this series, you get the next series. It's a different feel. It's a different feel when you're so comfortable with the blocking scheme, and you get a great sense of you get a great feel for your blocks. A great feel. I'm telling you, this is what I'm telling you. This is my position. I've seen it from when I was a kid and back in the day when running backs were the golden boys. All right, the age of the running backs, to playing it, to understanding it. I wanted the ball 20 plus times. Every game I wanted it. So I'm not saying I don't want DeAndre Swift, but if he's out, it gives us Kyle Monangai is a guy who is going to wear you down. He is going to wear you down. And I'm telling you, that brings a safety down. They know. They know one game, they know. I know they saw tape on him. After one game, those mother hubbards know. Cooper knows. All right. They know. They also know that they have their own workhorse in Josh Jacobs. And the more they want to get him the ball as much as possible. Now, how much they're going to be able to do it tomorrow because of his injuries, I don't know. But they understand firsthand what a bell cow running back can do. Now, Kyle Monangai also needs to make up for the missed screen that he had. And I think he will. I think he will. See, again, hero situations where youngsters, Caleb included, where youngsters make mistakes and they learn from their mistakes. Calvin Ungai is not going to run before he has the ball like he did last week, which could have ended up in a touchdown on that screen. Perfectly timed, perfectly called, perfectly executed, everything except for the catch. My nephew Mano says, I jinxed Kyler with the jersey. No more active Bear jerseys for me. I'm telling you, we got to get pressure with 4. I want our DBs to be able to continue being more opportunistic. Jordan Love will throw us the ball. Jordan Love will throw us the ball. We got to get him. We got to get him uncomfortable a little bit. And if we do, watch out now. Rick says he needs to catch the ball better than 25 going to be crazy, scary, good. FGB. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he took his eyes off the ball. That's all it was. He wanted to run before he had it. We're all guilty of it. It's happened to me as well. It's happened to almost every single running back and a lot of the great wide receivers. I'll never forget. It happened to Jerry Rice one time. When Jerry Rice, back in the time when Jerry Rice was the best receiver in the NFL, he did that same thing. Took his eyes off the ball hit his hands and dropped. And everyone was like, oh. Because he had room to run, but he took his eyes off the ball. He tried to run before he had the catch. And if you don't think Eric sleeping with Bieniemy got on Kyle Monanga's ass for that drop screen, you are nutso. He looked at that tape and said, don't ever let this happen again. I don't care if you get tackled for a loss. You catch the ball, you secure the ball. Then you look up. You don't look up as you're catching the ball. You look, secure the ball. Once you have the ball, now you look and you can tuck the ball away. Listen, I've coached running backs my whole career. And that was the one thing that I was adamant about. Because I was able to do a lot. I could run the ball. I could pass pro. I can catch the ball out of the backfield. There was a whole bunch because I patterned my game after Walter. I patterned my game after Roger Craig. I patterned my game after Marshall Faulk. I patterned my game after those guys who did more than just run the ball. And Eric Bieniemy has driven that home with Kyle Monanga. Think of how much of a weapon you can be. Think of how great of a weapon you are between the tackles. Now put that same mentality out in space with DBs and a lineman in front of you. Said you could be a really big asset, a really big weapon for this team. What have we talked about so many times? If you take care of the little things, there are no big things. Little thing. Watching the ball, securing the ball before you run. Rick, you know it, baby. Rathman and Craig were a problem in the 80s. FGB, yes, they were, doctor. Actually, it was the 90s, but yes, they were. They ran at the West Coast with Steve Young. It's funny. Rathman was 44 and Roger Craig was 33. When I was with the Thunder, my fullback was 44 and I was 33. So he used to call us. We have a logo. I have a logo. I'll pull it up one time. We call it the 44-33 Express. So when I played, I was like 215, 220. Now I'm a fat fucker now. I'm more than 215, 220. And Mark was 245 who could move. Remember, I still ran a 4.5. And I was not shying away from contact. So they call it the 44-33 Express. It had a logo as a train. And on the tracks were the numbers of my offensive linemen because we run that. And my quarterback was the conductor. It was crazy. Rathman and Craig, dude, I loved Roger Craig. I loved Roger Craig. I'm telling you, a lot of my game was patterned about for Roger Craig because he was a guy I grew up with. And he was one of the reasons I wore 33 my whole career. Roger Craig, Roger Craig, Tony Dorsett, Marcus Allen. When Marcus Allen was at USC, he was number 33. Black Diamond says, hey, Shawn, I have to tell you this. I got a homie that's an op, and he said we think we can beat them playing high school football, so we basically think we can't throw deep because of injuries. Well, playing high school football by running the ball? You want to call that high school football? That's fine. That's more than fine. That's more than fine. So when he says we, does he think the Packers can beat the Bears, or so he basically think we can't throw deep because of it? Does he think the Bears can't throw deep? And that's okay. Like Black Diamond, tell you when not to drink before 5 a.m. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's funny. That's funny. The next thing is win third down. Whoopsies. There you go. Sorry about that. Number 3 is win third down. Got to get off the field. Here's where I need Montez Sweat. Here's where I need Montez Sweat to be the biggest pain in the ass you've ever seen. They've ever seen. Win third down. That's the most vital down. When we have the ball, we got to continue to have the ball. We got to extend the drive. We have to keep that defense of the Packers out on the field. We have to keep that defense stressed, keep them getting tired, keep them fatigued. And when we're on defense, we need to get off the field. We don't need to give Jordan Love extended drives. We don't need to give him extended drives because that fatigues our defense. This is why Montez Sweat is so important. Win third down. Because you must play one of your best games ever. And this is why I love this type of game this late, because this is where you get a chance to impact the game and have it be your best game in this organization. We all watch Stacey King. We all listen to him announce the Bulls games. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. This is your big-time game. Montez Sweat, Gervon Dexter, Austin Booker, your first big-time game now, young man. Grady Jarrett, another big-time game for you, KG veteran. Big-time games. Win on third down. Collapse the pocket. Andrew Billings, collapse it. Collapse it while Booker and Montez Sweat meet at the quarterback. Gervon Dexter, collapse it with him. Third down is going to be huge for us, offensively and defensively. But if we can get Jordan Love off the field on third down, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how frustrated offenses get. You go 2 or 3 and outs in a row, God forbid 3 or 4, yeah, you get really pissed. You get really pissed. Third down is money down. Montez Sweat, you're only $98 million. That should be Montez Sweat down. You should own third down. Get a couple sacks, chase him, make him throw a bad pass, throw too soon, throw too late. You need to win third down, Montez Sweat, regularly, consistently tomorrow night. I don't know if I want blitzes, a lot of blitzes, which is why I said win with 4, get pressure with 4, and win third down. If you get pressure with 4, it'll be so much easier to blitz. It'll be so much easier. It'll probably be fewer and farther between the blitzes, but it's easier to catch them off guard. So much easier. Like Diamond says, hopefully Dennis Allen was a prick to the defense all this week. I hope so. Rick says, I think Ben's going to dive into the trick plays. I got an offensive lineman with a tutty Saturday, FGB. I'm telling you, the one thing that I'm concerned about is the mental state of Green Bay. I wonder how that's going to be. You are a Super Bowl contender with Micah Parsons. Or let me say, you're a Super Bowl defense, which would take you. You're a Super Bowl contender with Micah Parsons. Without him, how do you feel? I'm telling you, that emotional heartbreak is important for us. Will they give up at the end of the game knowing that they can't get to Caleb Williams because their guy's out? How frustrating are you? Will you? I think we can make this team give up. I think we can make them quit. Yeah, the right tackle's not playing. Like Diamond said, like I said Wednesday, the right tackle might not play, but he does. It doesn't. Sweat has no excuses. Well, if he doesn't play, there's definitely no excuses for Montez Sweat. If that right tackle's not playing, so there are no excuses for Montez Sweat. You got a backup in there, homie, and you can't get around this backup by yourself. What the hell are we paying you $98 million for if you can't beat a backup tackle? You need to be beating first-string tackles on a consistent basis. Now you got a second-string tackle in there? You need to be up his ass, past his ass every play. Because if you can't get pressure with 4, this third down is going to be tilted toward the Packers. And I don't want Jordan Love throwing any more of those lazy, easy balls that he throws. He throws those high arcing passes. Those need to stop. And those will stop if you get pressure. Those will stop if you make him move off his spot. Those will stop if he has to roll right or left in the pocket because there's someone breathing down his neck. Yeah, there you go. That rainbow bullshit. And the last one, win the special teams battle. Win the special teams battle. We have to. We got it. That's the hidden yardage. That's the hidden yardage in NFL games, the special teams. We need Torrey Taylor to make sure he has a great day punting. We need Olamide Zaccheaus and Devin Duvernay to have good returns. Get us in a good spot. If we can continue to get the ball past the 25, every kickoff or every possession, it makes our field shorter for our offense to travel. It makes it shorter for us to get in the field goal range for Cairo Santos. Okay? Makes it shorter. And the more times we're in the red zone or in scoring range, the more difficult it's going to be for us to lose because we'll at least have 3. It's going to be low 40s, maybe high 30s toward the end of the game. Just as long as there's no crazy wind. The cold's fine. But Cairo Santos really needs to endear himself to this fan base. I think he's cool with the team, with this fan base. And Carlos Santos needs to come through. If necessary, kick 3 or 4 field goals. I personally don't want him kicking 3 or 4 field goals. I'd much rather have him kicking 3 or 4 extra points. Give me the extra points. King Bugger says, looks like Duvernay remembered he's Duvernay. Yeah. And he has some big catches for us, too. He's had some big catches for us. He's not going to have 8 or 10 receptions. No. He might have 3, and 2 of them are chain movers. 2 of them are for first downs. He's done a good job of making big catches on third down when we need him. Olamide Zaccheaus, he needs to hold the ball. And truth be told, he had a couple of nice catches early on in the season. So we're at a spot where we need people to step up. Defense did it. Jalen Johnson was down. And a star was born. Nashawn Wright. Olamide Zaccheaus. And Devin Duvernay, here's your chance to make an impression. But again, we got Colson Loveland. We have Cole Kmet, and God, please let my man DJ Moore get at least 6 to 8 targets. You give DJ 6 to 8 targets, that's 5 to 7 catches. How many yards? I don't know. How many TDs? I don't know. But he will go get that ball because he's a dog. He is a dog. You know, this could be a situation where this relationship between those two, I'm talking DJ Moore and Caleb, really gets stronger. Because my question is, why wouldn't you? This is battle of the oldest rivalry in football, but it's also a battle for the NFC North title. I want to throw the ball to my most dangerous receivers. And whatever you want to say, whether it's just by injury or whatever, DJ Moore is your most dangerous receiver this week. Get him the ball. So I could throw it up to him. You've thrown it to him late. Other times, third and 6, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, and he gets the first down. He comes through in the clutch. You're going to want that. And once you get used to that, it's hard to go away from it. It's hard to go away from that. So make sure that you continue to go to DJ Moore, because if he starts making catches, safety shade over. Guys are going to try and do 2 jobs at once because they're trying to double team him, and that's going to leave other people open. It's not rocket science. It's not. Here's something that we need to talk about. Kevin Warren writes an open letter to Bears fans. All right, open letter to Bears fans. Talking shit. No. Damn it, I thought I saved it, but I did not. Son of a biscuit. Basically, what the open letter said was, One, we're not going to have shovels in the dirt. Two, the politics here, no one wants to give us any money. So three, we're going to continue our search, even Northwest Indiana. No, I'm telling you. Here's the problem. People can't see the forest through the trees. All right, they're worried about taxes. And I get it. I understand that. However, first of all, the McCaskies should have had all this done before they bought the land. You bought the land, then you hired Kevin Warren. So he couldn't negotiate. He couldn't do anything. He had to work with the fact that you had the land already. He's not the guy that they spoke to about the taxes and all this other stuff initially. I think we all realize it's a ploy. Because when you come out, and he came out the other day and said it's not about leverage. When you say it's not about leverage, it's about leverage. What's the purpose of talking about it then? Right before the biggest game of the year. I told you I still want that stadium knocked down Soldier Field, the South parking lot or the Waldron lot. Build there, keep the columns, have a whole bunch of grassy areas. The rendition that we had before, I still want that. Everybody says, well, it's best for the Bears to go to Arlington Heights. They should go to. No, I don't give a rat's ass about billionaires earning or making more billions of dollars. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I'll stand on that. I don't care. I'd much rather have it in the city. I'd much rather have it down the lakefront. I'd much rather have the rendering that we had before, which looked dope. The north side of the stadium is glass. North end zone. Glass. And it looks right out onto the skyline. Beautiful. Oh, people are talking about taxes. This is why I don't understand what the hell's wrong with Arlington Heights. You realize there are going to be so many events there. That's 365. That's 24/7, 365. Because you only have a max of 9 home games, maybe 2 preseason games. So you're looking at a max guaranteed 11 games. And you're going to fight over taxes. When you know there's going to be concerts there. You know they might move the Big Ten championship game. They might rotate it between here and in Indianapolis. You might have Final Fours there. You're going to have WrestleManias there. You're going to have tons of other concerts. You're going to have tons of things there. Every single time, all you got to do is try to have a city tax on the ticket and a city tax on the parking. There's your tax dollars coming in. That's where you make it up. 30,000 cars, an extra, what? $1.50 tax. So now you're looking at 30,000 or what's 30 to $45,000 11 times. We do the math. $30,000 times 11. $330,000. Or if it's 45. That's $500,000. It's a long game. You're going to get $500,000 every season. Yeah, the Bears ain't going nowhere. So I'm go back to talking to the city. Go back to talking to Mayor Johnson and revisit that rendering. Revisit that, because if that happens, you can still have something on the lakefront. You can still have a museum there. You can still have some small shops there. I'm telling you. But Arlington Heights, see, no one wants to have, they're not going to give funding. The city is pissed because the city, no one wants to be at, they don't want to be on their watch that the Chicago Bears left Chicago. That's the problem. None of the politicians want that to happen on their watch. So sweeten the pot. They already said they'll donate $2 billion into the development of it. I just don't understand why they just don't keep it in the city. I don't give a shit about tailgating. Not worried about that. Trust me, there'll be plenty of places to tailgate. Hopefully in the future I can get a big tailgate spot and start having my own tailgates there. I know tons of people with food trucks. That's down the line. But this whole thing has just got us looking silly. Got us looking silly. So no dirt in the ground by the end of 2025. You said that in January, if I'm not mistaken. In 12 months to get it done. So go back and look at realistic options. Go back to the city. I get it. You might have to play in Champaign a season or two. I get it. While they remember, we had to play in Champaign for a year when they remodeled Soldier Field. And we lost to the Eagles in the playoffs. It was 01, 02, something like that, before they redid it and dropped the spaceship in there, which looks like crap. But I digress. To this point, I think Kevin Warren has failed. But this is what the McCaskies do. Kevin Warren's got a huge project ahead of him, but he came in kind of behind the 8 ball. He didn't negotiate the deal for them to buy it. He wasn't there when they talked about the amount of taxes. So he's kind of stuck. But go look at realistic options, viable options. I'm telling you, go back to the city. And if the city says, hey, we want part ownership, okay, cool. Or you can just say, hey, listen, we'll give you X amount for X amount of years. And then after that, it's just you add your city tax and it'll get your 30 to 45,000 11 days. And let's not forget, you get concerts. Concerts they're not having small bullshit concerts at Soldier Field or the new stadium. They're having big name artists. We're having Bad Bunny. We're having those types of concerts. So these concerts are going to sell out. These parking lots are going to be filled. So you're going to be getting money on a more regular basis. So that 30 to 45,000, that's only for the Bears. Excuse me. Think of how often that could be used in the winter. Think of how often that could be used in the summer. But especially the winter. I don't know. But it's a clown show. It's unfortunate. Bears look stupid here. Kevin Warren looks incompetent. But this is so Bears. This is so Chicago Bears. It's not even funny. Are we surprised? Are we surprised? I'm not. This is that same bullshit. You know, girls or guys, they know in a relationship when your partner does the same shit over and over again, like they go out and they party all night and they don't call you. They party all night. Same bullshit. How much can you take? I just hope that I hope Kevin Warren says, you know what, we're going to go back to the city. We're going to leave it on the lake. Give Artisan Heights one more shot. Work with us here. Because if we can build in Arlington Heights and build that little city, that little Chicago Bears world, so to speak, there's people going to come there. That's 365. That's 24/7, 365. People are going to park their cars there. People are going to go to the restaurants there. All the for the infrastructure, you're going to be getting so much money. People are going to go up there just to see the new stadium. And what do you have? You're going to eat. So you can stay on the grounds and eat. You have tons of restaurants, tons of. Like Diamond said, I think it's Prisker, Shawn. He's an asshole. Well, he's not, he doesn't want to give them. They don't want to give him money to have him move out of Chicago, and especially not out of state. King Booker Rose says, my thing is, why bring this shit up now before this game? Because they want public support. The Bears. They want sympathy from the public. That's what they want. From sympathy, what they want, the sympathy, they want to say, okay, well, it must just be the politicians. It must be. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. That's what they're looking for. Warren definitely deserves smoke, however. Oh, he does. But he's trying to salvage this whole deal when he wasn't part of this whole deal initially. King Book Award, you're right. He does. That's funny. Says, doesn't Governor Pritzker look like a garbage pail kid? He does. That's funny. That's funny. Garbage, that's funny. Just sloppy, just fat, round face, sloppy. Okay, how much a suit costs? He just looks sloppy at times. But I digress. Guys, I'm telling you, meet me. Don't meet me. Beat me there. Tomorrow, Local Cantina, Sports Zone Chicago's Bears viewing / holiday party at Local Cantina, 5130 West 95th Street in Oak Lawn, Illinois. We're going to do a pre, half, and post-game show. Okay, tomorrow. Kickoff, doors open at 5. I'll be there around 5:30, between 5:36. Game kickoff is at 7:20. Dude, that's funny. Michelle, that's funny. He looks like Fred Flintstone. Is going to be live. Free raffle giveaways, Sports Zone swag on sale. We're going to have tons of FGB shirts and Coaching Matters shirts there tomorrow. All right, if you're able to stop in, grab it. If not, if you're not able to stop in, I get it. I get it. It's crowded. You don't want to be around. You don't want to fight for whatever. I get it. Do me a favor. Go to sportzonechicago.com. You can buy your FGB shirts, Coaching Matters shirts, your Bear Victory Monday shirts, your Cigar Fanatic shirts, FGB hats, your Sports Zone Chicago hats. We got hoodies. We got quarter zips. You got it. You got it all. Go to sportzonechicago.com to purchase your swag. Man, 2 hours is coming and gone. I want to thank my guest, Evan Tex Western from Acme Packing Company, a Green Bay outlet. Come on, talk Bears, Packers with us. I really appreciate his time. Means a lot. Cool stuff. So listen, let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow's promised to no one, all right? So tomorrow, the next couple of weeks is a great time for you to make plans. My guy Manny, I haven't seen him. He's coming tomorrow. He goes, dude, I need a table for 7. It's like, gotcha. We got that. I'm going to see my guy Manny for the first time in a while. Now's a good time. Either go to your house, have them go to your friend's house, or meet up at a sports bar. Bears are winning. Things are good. Go out there. Nice. I just bought my FGB hooded sweatshirt this morning. Dope, Mashawn, dope. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Now's the time. All right, I told you I lost a friend 2 weeks ago out of the blue. I was literally going to hit him up last week about this fashion stuff. We were both he's in a fashion scene in Chicago. And, I did a little modeling back when I was in New York, and I first got back to Chicago, and I was much, 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 much thinner. But I still love the fashion scene. And he passed. So, crazy, crazy, crazy. Let your loved ones know we love them, because tomorrow's promised no one. But listen, we're going to party like crazy. We're gonna watch this game. Get out there. Come out and beat me there. Beat me there. It opens at 5. Get there at 5. I don't give a damn. Get there at 5. I'm going to get there at about 5:15, 5:30. We're going to set up. We're going to hang the shirts from the ceiling, so people will be able to watch it. We'll be able to see it. The staff is going to be wearing FGB shirts tomorrow. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. They're there. Come get it. We're going to watch the Bears whoop that ass. All right, and then I'm telling you, it is going to be lit. It is going to be lit. I can't even tell you. The entire city of Chicago, but especially where we're at, Local Cantina, 5130 West 95th Street in Chicago, it is going to be lit. The DJs are off the freaking chain. Get your Sports Zone swag. We have some raffles. I got a hat. I got a Sports Zone Chicago hat I'm going to raffle off. I got a couple of T-shirts I'm going to raffle off. Come on, baby. Meet me there. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. It is going to be lit. All right? 12:15, Second City Sports, Lakina and Sydney. Going to give you another 2 hours of Chicago sports talk. All right? But I got some stuff to do. I have a lot of stuff to do today. I have to pick some things up for tomorrow. Got to get everything, get the warden to her sister's house today. Got to go pick her up from CrossFit first, bring her home, shower. We're going to go to her sister's house. I got a lot of running around to do for tomorrow. It's going to be lit. I'm telling you. Black Diamond, King Booker World, let me know if you're making it. All right, because all the tables are sold out. Let me know if you guys are making it. All right, I'll see what we can do. So I got a table, but I may have to take another chair. So, all right. Guys, enjoy the weekend. It's supposed to be warmer tomorrow. It's supposed to be in the 40s. It should be around mid to high 30s at game time, maybe mid to low 30s by the end of the game. Perfect football weather. If you're going to the game, dress warm. Mondo, I know you're going. My nephew's going to the game, so dress warm, layer. You know how to do. You're from Chicago. This ain't your first rodeo. But have a blast. Bring home the dubs. Get us the dub tomorrow. So we're going to be screaming our freaking faces off all around the city and suburbs. All around it. So listen, from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I cannot wait to wear my my Bears Victory Monday. Bears Victory Monday shirt on Monday. Cannot wait. All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a phenomenal, phenomenal day. Phenomenal, phenomenal week. And get crunk tomorrow, I'm telling you. And do me a favor. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. All right. Don't drink and drive. Uber like a mother Hubbard. All right. I told you I'm probably gonna Uber tomorrow. I'm gonna leave my truck in his parking lot and Uber home. Come back and get it on Sunday. Come back and get it on Sunday. All right. So, you know, before I go, I got one more thing to say. Fuck Green Bay. Time to get our get back. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I am out.
Come on, race the